jokes apart, you said that they want to divide us. Who are the people? Who are the people? Who are the people that wants to divide us? Sir, are you not aware, sir, that the Igbos are being de-enfranchised in Lagos from voting? It's your what's it called, special advisor Bayo Nanuga, has he not tweeted that never in the Igbos' life must they have any say in Lagos again? Sir, did you not see that tweet? What divides the people more than what Bayo Nanuga has said? Are you not aware? So, telling us they want to divide, who are the they? If it's not the APC that is trying to divide us as a people. They want us to be afraid of each other. Who are the people? Is it not APC that's creating this whole thing for us to be afraid of ourselves?
Yesterday I was in a printing press trying to print some flyers, and I met a young man, a Yoruba man, a Yoruba boy, a Yoruba youth, and quite frankly, there's a whole problem in Nigeria. When I make these videos, some Yorubas will come to my page and say I'm taking a swipe at a race. That's not true, and I'm not being generalistic here. I'm just narrating my encounters, and when it becomes consistent, then one has a fear to make. Now, in the shop or in the workshop, I was like, why would we have an administration whereby almost all the parastatals are Yorubas? Police, Yoruba, Central Bank, Yoruba, almost everywhere. And then this fake agency, almost all the agencies, Yorubas. And then this fake agencies, Yoruba, the actors, Yoruba, everything Yoruba. If you're a Yoruba man, would you be happy? Are you proud to be a Yoruba man that your race is being involved in all this scandal? And he said, his response was, it's turn by turn. The Fulanis did it, we too must do it. I'm like, I say, and you're a young man. By guessing your age, you should be around anywhere between 30, 35, 36, or 37. And you are thinking like this. That if they give Igbo will split this country. Igbo will, how can we give Nigeria to Igbo? We can't give Nigeria to Igbo. Oh, we cannot give Nigeria to Igbo. And you will not let them to go. They must not go. They must remain in this country as citizens, but they can't rule this country. I mean, what type of extreme mischief is this? You see what I think about this set of Yoruba people? I think they are lost in the labyrinth of a complex dilemma. In their whole world of enclavement, all they see is Yoruba and nothing more. It is either it is Yoruba in power, or at least as a compensatory thought, they are second. They are either leading or they are deputizing. And they've gotten so used to it that they believe that Nigeria must be that way. That is why when Jonathan became president, no Yoruba. Namadi Sambo was vice president, no Yoruba. Senate president, no Yoruba. Deputy Senate president, no Yoruba. No. That regime is bad, because for the first time, other tribe had a chance. And they set the machinery in motion. Good luck, he said this. Good luck urinates on his body. And all the propaganda that was used to bring out to Jonathan. Now we have the master strategies. The one they said built Lagos. Look at where we are. So I told the young man, I said, are you not telling me that no matter how bad it is, because it is Yoruba man's turn, we must suffer these 8 years? That Tinubu must complete his 8 years. I said, it is not a birthright. The Nigerian constitution does not recognize a tenure as 8 years. It recognizes a single tenure of 4 years with an opportunity to be re-elected another 4 years. You see, to this set of Yoruba people, they have no focus on other existing tribe. It is just Yoruba. That's all. As far as they are concerned, Yoruba is in power. And let me, the funny thing about it, when I was driving back, because they finished his own work before they got to my own. When I was driving out, I saw him buying gallon of fuel and pouring in his car. Bless say fuel finish for a motor. He go buy a gallon of fuel, the pour inside. Can I drop? I go tell him, say, Tinubu 4+4. I said, me, I will never stop on the road and buy a gallon of fuel and pour in my car. But look at you. Look at you. I ask her how much you buy gallon. I said 10,000. I say a gallon of fuel that we used to buy 1,000, 1,002. Before Tinubu came in, it used to be 600, 800, 1,000. Now we buy 10,000 now. And you are still supporting this rubbish, this mundus. This coconut brain that knows nothing other than to corrupt and steal and employ people to steal more and borrow and borrow. This is what you want us to go through another 4 years. He said he doesn't see anybody that can replace Tinubu. As what of Peter, he said, we cannot give Nigeria to Igbo people. I say, you see how your young brain is thinking. So your obsession is the fact that Igbos are not president. So long as Igbo is not president, you are okay. To be very, very candid, I used to think that Fulanese or the extreme north was Nigeria's problem. But from what I see, I'm thinking that this set of Yoruba people are really Nigeria's problem because they prevented the South from unifying. They don't see themselves as Southerners, they just see themselves as Yorubas. They have prevented us. Anytime the North wants to cheat Nigeria, they use them as allies. And look at where we are today. Today, Fulanis are in their towns, taking their children and their fathers and their brothers and uncles, taking them into bush, not Ghana bush, not Cameroon bush, not Sokoto bush, inside Yoruba bush there, and you can't go and rescue your people. And your problem is Peter Obi. Your problem is Igbo not becoming president. You have a Yoruba president and Fulanis are in your town, taking your people and taking them inside the bush. In your own bush or there in your own bush, your own place. It's like people entering your house and taking your children and locking them in one of your bedroom and you can't do anything about it in your own house. And your problem is Igbo man not becoming president. Something is definitely wrong with you. I think you're under a spell or perhaps a curse. You must free yourself from this dilemma and place what bet. Well, I'm not against a Yoruba man being president. I'm not against a Fulani man being president. But what is wrong is wrong. If we have a bad Fulani president, vote him out. If we have a bad Yoruba president, vote him out. There's no way that said it must be 8 years to must complete his term. That thing that you people are saying, that the fight that you people are ready for, we are ready for it. The war that you are ready, the war that you want because of Tinubu's 8 years, we are ready for it. Anything you, this is not those time that you beat people go and carry bandage and be looking for pity. No. Before anybody break my head, I swear I will break 10 people's head.
And I came across this platform. I think I came across this platform. Not that I think it is a pro-Tinubu supporters platform on TikTok, right? So they were discussing, and then the host happened to be an elderly man with grey hair, white hair all over, and at his background, you know, he put this Tinubu's cap and he wrote 4 + 4 = 2031. So while they were deliberating, I decided to stop to hear what they were talking about. And everything they were, you know, the Tinubu supporters, you know, they will always spew gibberish, nonsense. Nothing that ever comes out of a Tinubu supporters mouth that makes sense. So I was just sitting down there listening to them, you know. And then this is why I'm making this video. So a particular man, I'm going to mention your name, Mr. Whoever you are, wherever you are. I'm going to mention your name, and I pray you get to see this video. The man goes by the name Max Obi. His name is Max Obi. So he joined them on that platform. So when he came up, I think they were talking about some things about how the Igbos are not appreciating Tinubu's effort and all that. So the man was, the Max Obi himself was actually, when he started talking, he was making points. But then I was paying more attention to the responses he was getting from all the guests, because the host and all the guests are pro-Tinubu supporters. So they were all insulting him back to back in Yoruba. At first, when he first came in, I could clearly hear, I clearly heard him said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." And then he started airing his view. Then a particular uncultured, badly raised young lady among the speakers, among the guests, said, "Can't you greet Mr. Obi?" Mr. Obi had earlier greeted all of them, but this girl just said, "Can't you greet?" And the next thing in Yoruba, she said, no, one of them now responded and said, "Omo iran kino, which if interpreted, it means please ignore him. Is a son from a cursed generation, a generation of a generation of no culture." And you know the funny thing, Mr. Obi greeted again, and he reminded them. I said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." The moment I was asked to speak, and then from that moment he was being insulted back to back in Yoruba. Probably Mr. Max Obi does not understand Yoruba. And then one other person said, "Mr. Obi, whatever you want to say here, just understand that this platform is not for you uncultured tribe, your uncultured Igbo tribe." They were saying this in English, and Mr. Obi was still there listening to them. And the most painful part is that Mr. Max Obi was still there. They were insulting him, bro. Never tolerate disrespect. You see me, I can take anything from you, but you see disrespect. No, bro, no, I cannot. The last thing I want to tolerate from anybody is disrespect. But he was being disrespected and he was being insulted. Now the funny thing is this: somebody now said from the background, telling the host, "Take this man down, that is not here for what you are here for." What were they there for? Let me tell you, just to try and convince their listeners that Tinubu has done perfectly well. So I went to the comment section and I told them, I said, so one of them before one of them said that, you know, before speaking, one of them said, here, listen, oh, here we don't tolerate insults. He was talking to Mr. Amasobi. We don't tolerate insults because you are from a cursed tribe. You are from a tribe with no culture. He said, this man said this in English, and Mr. Amasobi was still there on the platform. So I was forced to go into the comment section and I wrote there in Yoruba. I said, nínú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti sọ̀rọ̀ pátápátá Amasobi ní kò ló dàbí pé ó ní làákàyè òun ló ti lè rè jáde ó ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó kù, including the host. What I said to them, I said, I've been listening to you amongst all of you, including the host and all the guests. This Amasobi that you've been raining insult on happens to be the only person that has shown that he comes from a place of culture, he comes from a place of respect. The rest of you are just constituting nuisance. And I left the comment section. Now, to Mr. Amasobi, if you get to see this, never you visit that platform again. You are being grossly disrespected. One of them said, Emma Dalou, the moment the Amasobi was picked up to speak, he started getting insulted in Yoruba, like deep insults. Insults were being extended to his family, to his father, his mother. Maybe he doesn't understand Yoruba. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what the Yoruba race has become. And finally, before I left that platform yesterday, so I decided to visit all of their pages one by one. Guess what, guys? The host and the guest, none of them resides in Nigeria. None of them live in Nigeria. Believe me. And some gullible ones that are facing the hardship, seeing the hardship, that the hardship on ground is biting hard, were there in the comment section praising those ones that were insulting Mr. Amasobi. You see, this is the problem. If Nigeria favor them, wetin make them go stay Europe? Therefore, Europe they tell you to repeat Tinubu. Ṣé lórí burúkú nìyí ni? Ṣé torí mo máa gbé yín ṣépè ni? Ṣáyé yìí ti wá bàjẹ́ níbi pé ọpọlọ yín ò ṣiṣẹ́ rárá. Your life has become so ruined that your brain has stopped working. Some of you have replaced your brains with techno phone. Some of you, your brain no longer function. Your brain function like Nokia 3310. You no longer think. Those people, I was amazed. The host and all the guests, aside from I didn't check Mr. Amasobi, but I checked other guests. None of them resides in Nigeria. It's a shame what the Yoruba race has become. It is a shame. It is a shame.
My dear Yoruba brothers and sisters, I understand the heavy burden you carry. You feel forced to defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not because he is performing well, but simply because he is your own. Criticizing him feels like betraying your own tribe. But let me speak honestly. That burden was never yours to carry. A president is not an ethnic project. He is a national responsibility. When fuel prices skyrocket beyond the reach of ordinary Nigerians, when the naira keeps collapsing, and when millions can no longer afford basic food, these are not anti-Yoruba attacks. They are the painful cries of a suffering nation. Yet every criticism of Tinubu's policies has been turned into a tribal war with attacks on anyone who dares to question him. Ask yourself this simple question. Why are you making enemies across Nigeria for a man who doesn't even know you exist? Nigeria is far bigger than any tribe. Leadership should be defended only when it works, not just because the man in power speaks your language. Blind support does not protect your tribe. It only protects failure. And when failure is defended long enough, it eventually destroys everyone, including its own strongest defenders. So my dear Yoruba brothers and sisters, free yourselves from this burden. You do not owe any politician blind loyalty. What you owe Nigeria is honesty.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. The rate at which tribalism is flourishing under this Tinubu's administration, I don't really understand. I think the peak of this tribalism started under this administration, because before this Tinubu's administration, there were like some parts of it, but it was not over amplified like it is today. It is not over practiced as it is today. The division across Nigeria is alarming, and at this point, I doubt if we have any human feelings for ourselves or we have any likeness. There is no fabric of likeness joining us together again because of Tinubu's presidency. And I doubt if Nigeria can survive if we continue like this, because of course, people from the south who were together before, especially the Igbos and the Yorubas who were like together before, today, because of Tinubu's government, they are now like sworn enemies. And this is what a selfish leader who has no interest of the people at heart can do to people. His government has not done anything for Nigerians. However, some Yorubas are defending him with their last blood. But does it make any sense? Because now you people are endangering the whole Nigerians because of your own tribesman. He's not doing well, but you still want to keep him, basically because he's your person. Well, only God knows and how far we are going to fare, and if this unity is going to stand the test of time. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.